Boy, that sale was a zoo, wasn't it?
The worst. Mind if I go upstairs? I want to try this jogging suit on.
Oh, well, you don't even have to. Nobody's going to be home for the rest of the day.
Thanks. You're lucky to have the house to yourself on your day off.
Yeah, life's been real rough around here lately.
You get along with Ginny Blake?
That's Ginny Weber now. And, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. She really turned out to be a great person. We're one big happy family now.
Well, that's a switch for you, Amy.
No kidding. I guess I was pretty rough on her in the beginning, huh?
Well, she seems like a neat lady.
She really is. She makes Rick very happy. Mikey loves her.
Oh, what's wrong?
This isn't my bag. This isn't my sweater. This isn't my stuff. That stupid sales lady gave me the wrong bag.
Come on, I'll drive you back to Wyndham's.
Oh, what a drag. Thank you.
Thought you could tell me.
What?
You holding back on me, Jake?
What are you talking about?
I heard about this episode of Bobby and the photographs from another source. Now, I'd rather have heard it from you, but the janitor got to me first.
Look, Robert, I just got into town. I only heard it about an hour ago myself.
The janitor says he heard Bobby say earlier she wanted to kill Brock. Now, are you aware of the details regarding these slashed pictures?
Yeah. Matter of fact, Bobby is deeply upset about all this.
That's it?
I'm fighting my own client, Robert. Her impulses, anyway. She just has no instincts for her own case.
Well, what's going on?
As a result of this episode in Brock's office, she wants to change her plea to guilty.
Okay. Tell Bobby to sit tight.
Why? You have some new evidence?
Let's just say new angles,
Can I quote you on that?
if all else fails.
I'll be quoting you, I'm sure.
I want you both in here tomorrow. In the meantime, Bobby is not to plead guilty.
That's it?
Between you and me, if this works out, we will yet have the right person behind bars. Turns out that Jake was in Albany.
But did he come to see you?
After I asked him. He wasn't hiding anything, but he wasn't too happy to learn that I was aware of Bobby and the photo massacre.
You know, the more I think about it, this whole incident is too bloody convenient.
Bad choice of words where Bobby's concerned.
No, that's not what I mean. What I'm talking about, it just fits in too neatly into the evidence against Bobby.
Police commissioner's dream. That is, of course, if the police commissioner needed to be further convinced that Bobby did commit this crime.
But the police commissioner doesn't.
Unless he's totally misguided. I like to think at this point that I'm not there yet.
Bobby is not as convinced as you are, though, is she?
Right.
And if somebody knew that, what a perfect way to psych her out, make her think that she is the killer.
Well, that took some doing. I mean, it was quite a setup.
Setup is exactly the right word. This was no accident.
Well, there's no point in us or Bobby speculating. The whole thing is just a theory. Whoever did it didn't leave a single clue.
Whoever did it was too clever all the way around.
That's if there is someone else. So far, there's no indication that Bobby didn't slash those pictures.
Well, talking of no clues being left around, I struck out, too.
You went to the Webbers?
Yes, and I didn't find the plaque, the dress, the bullet, nothing. Nothing that would help us.
You do seem to have lost something, though.
Well, if you're talking about my sleuthing skills, I did have a real narrow escape from Amy, but I did do a very thorough search.
I'm referring to your HS pin. Where is it?
Good Lord. What happened if I dropped it at Jenny's house?
You want something to drink?
I could use it.
Okay, maybe a soft drink or something. Hey, look at this.
What?
I just found $5 in my jacket that I didn't have. This must be my lucky day. A sweater that was on sale that was wonderful, and $5 extra. Huh, not bad. You want to turn on the stereo for me?
Commissioner?
Thanks, Bert. Please, come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
You want me to stay?
I don't think so, Bert. No point in you getting involved in this.
Right.
No necessity for Bert to be here. This is just an informal little gathering for the benefit of all of us.
I am very happy to hear that.
You all right, Bobby? You look a bit tired.
I haven't been sleeping very well.
So I hope we can keep this meeting to a minimum, Robert.
I do, too. Depends what we accomplish.
Just what are we here to accomplish?
Sorry, I just can't give you any new answers.
Bobby, I'm sorry to keep going over these old questions, but these repeat questions are necessary, and they don't have to work against you.
Come on, Robert. Where are we headed with all this?
My line of questioning does have a purpose. Bobby, are you taking any medication?
Wait. Don't answer that yet.
Why not?
I have to object formally to the question. It's outside the purview of the investigation. But you can answer it.
Noted. Now, are you taking any medication?
No. Rick Weber gave me some sleeping pills in case I needed them, but I threw them away.
Well, what about earlier when you sustained the concussion? Any medication then?
Definitely not, because if you get a concussion, medication is the worst thing. It could disguise the symptoms. You just let the concussion run its natural course, and you keep an eye on the patient.
So, no medication past or present since the night that Brock was killed?
Robert, I am against taking pills of any kind unless it's medically necessary.
This line of questioning is getting us nowhere. I'm trying to ascertain why Bobby was in such a state during that incident that she blacked out in Brock's
Yes,
office.
I could see that.
All right, let's try to attack. I want to run a theory by you here. Bobby, you were hit by Brock and sustained a concussion, right?
Right.
Right. Now, in your experience as a nurse, is it possible to sustain temporary amnesia maybe a couple of weeks after a concussion?
No, absolutely not. And besides, the concussion wasn't that severe. There were no residual effects.
Still, I'm trying to account for that incident in Brock's office. I mean, something just doesn't fit here.
I can't even speculate about it.
Robert, we don't seem to be getting anywhere with this.
No. I do have a suggestion.
What?
I'd like to continue this line of questioning at Kelly's Diner.
Why?
Well, it's no secret that environment can trigger a hidden response. Maybe something will trigger Bobby at Kelly's.
Jay?
I have no objections if it's all right with you. I know you're tired.
No, it's okay.
I'll try not to make this too much of an ordeal. Shall we go?
Yes, for the record, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. Let's go.
Oh, hi, Jenny.
Hiya, Bobby. How you doing? Robert, if you've got a minute.
That's about all I do have. Look, why don't you two wait around the corner? I'll be with you. What is it?
Listen, I found this pen on the curb outside of our house, and judging from the initials, I thought it might be Holly's.
Yes, it is Holly's.
It is? Well, good, then I'm glad, because I'm sure she must have been worried when she realized she lost it.
I do recall she I made a visit to your place not too long ago regarding a charity drive. There was nobody home. She must have lost it there. Oh, she'll be grateful to get it back.
I guess so. I'm glad she's going to get it back.
Oh, excuse me. We have a police car waiting for us up front. Great. Come on.
Jake, I'm sorry. I just feel awful.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, if Scorpio wants to go on much longer, I'll just say that you're not up to it.
It's true, I'm not.
Look, I haven't got time to explain why. Yes, Holt. Now, look, if Ginny should call, tell her you stopped at the Weber house a few days ago to collect for a charity drive, right? Yeah. There was no one home, so you left. You got that? Good. Now, I'll tell you what it means later. Right. Back. Right. Any progress?
You mean if I thought of anything, the answer is no.
Well, you were here before you went into Brock's office. Doesn't that trigger anything?
She's already answered that question.
Can I get you folks anything else here? Huh?
Thank you, no.
No, not for me, thanks.
Oh, okay.
Trixie, listen, you were here the day before when Bobby went into Brock's office, right?
Yeah, like I said before.
Well, can you recall anything that happened, maybe something out of the ordinary, unusual?
No, I don't think so. No, nothing unusual. I mean, there was me and Ruby and Bobby, and we was talking like we always do. It was like any other day.
All right. Thanks, Trixie.
Okay. Hey, how about some of the special peach pie we got today? It's real good. You sure you don't want some, huh?
Thanks. No, just a refill for me.
Oh.
Bobby, you want some more coffee?
No.
Wait a minute. Wait.
What?
No.
What is it?
It was kind of weird.
Well, what was weird?
Well, for a minute, I had a feeling that I was forgetting something that happened.
What?
Something about the coffee and Bobby and going to the office. And
Yeah.
the thermos.
Yeah, well...
I don't know. Whatever it was, it's gone. I'm sorry.
Shall we resume?
Look, Robert, Bobby is exhausted.
Bobby?
Robert, I feel awful.
In that case, then we won't continue.
Thanks. You know, I think we ought to take you down to Rick Weber's and have him take a look at you.
Good idea. Why don't you get the police driver to take you?
All right, thanks. Does that mean we're excused?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, how about some more coffee, Commissioner, huh?
No thanks, Trixie, just the check.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Just a minute, I'll get it. Sorry I wasn't more help today with the info, you know? But some days, like, I don't think I really got my head screwed on straight from one minute to the next. I'm sorry.
Sure, I understand.
Still, you never know. Well, I mean, if you could stick around and we could sit down and maybe I could really get my head into it and really concentrate for a change, I might come up with it.
Well, that doesn't sound terribly productive. I mean, you and I sitting here staring at one another.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess not. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I might inhibit you.
Me? You're going to inhibit me? Listen, I tell you, Commissioner, I got a direct line from the brain to the mouth. You know, whatever I'm thinking.
That's very, very good, Trixie. I mean, in my absence, you've let your mind wander to wherever it leads you. I mean, the thermos, for instance. Who knows? With free association, you could come up with anything.
Free association.
Yeah, the thermos. Work on it.
Thermos, coffee. Yeah, I got it. So what you're saying is that the whole thing could come right back to me, right?
Right, and I hope it happens soon.
Yeah.
Whatever you can remember, even a glimmer.
Okay. Hey, but the trouble is, you know, those glimmers, you know, when I get them in the middle of the night when I'm laying in bed. You know how it is.
You
lying in
call
bed and
me,
you can...
all right? Any hour.
Yeah, okay, yes, sir.
Here's my card. There's my office number there, also my unlisted private number.
I can't believe it. Here you are, the top
Any
cop.
hour. Remember? Right?
Yeah, okay. I'm not shy, sure.
And whatever you come up with regarding the episode with Bobby and that thermos could be far more important than I can explain to you. Here. Keep the change.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Free association. I got the coffee, got the thermos.
You're coming in, Trixie.
Okay.
I want to thank you again. You've been a real help.
Hey, yeah. It's a crazy world, isn't it? I mean, who would have thought of it? The likes of me buddying up to the fuzz, huh? How about that? I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, man. Listen, I'm glad I could help you.
Fine, thank you again. She's quite a gal. You know, I know it's bad luck to say, Robert, but I think we're really coming into the home stretch.
I agree. Take a look.
Okay, Jenny Blake.
Taken the night of the party. Look at the dress she's wearing.
So?
I want you to locate that dress, together with the missing purse and the plaque that's probably inside of it.
Why the plaque?
Because it probably has a bullet embedded in it.
Well, if you want me to search the Weber house, I'd better get a warrant.
Don't bother. You won't find anything there.
Well, tell me, how do you know that?
Take my word for it.
As my sainted mother used to say, Bert, darling, don't ask stupid questions.
Smart lady. You want to get started?
Sure. Where? You assigning me the great outdoors?
As of right now.
Oh, thanks.
It's not that I don't appreciate you helping me. It's just that I don't know what else you can do to help me nail Ginny Blake at this point.
Do you have a strong enough case to indict her?
You know I don't.
Well, then you still need me.
For what?
I'll think of something.
That's what worries me. There is something you could do.
Open the door.
Could be a lead.
Could be that you're lazy.
Could be.
Oh, good morning, Holly.
Cute hat.
Oh, you like it? Thanks. It keeps the ears warm in this cold weather.
We're having breakfast. Would you like to join me?
Oh, no, thanks. I've already eaten. I just wanted to check in with the High Lama here.
Any news?
Well, I'm afraid it's not good. I've been trying to track down any incriminating objects that Ginny Blake might have had on her the night that Brock was murdered.
Like a plaque, a purse with a bullet hole in it, and a bloody dress.
Yeah, all of the above, and adding up to nothing. I checked every dry cleaning establishment in the city, but no sign of that dress. You know, if Blake threw that stuff in the river, we're up the creek, and even a paddle won't help us, because that river is frozen until the spring thaw.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so, we could be at a stalemate.
Maybe, maybe not.
Oh? Do you know something that I don't?
Maybe she didn't have access to the river.
What?
I just bad this morning.
Well, come on, what did you find out?
Well, I can practically guarantee that Ginny didn't dispose of the dress in the river the night Brock was killed.
Oh?
How'd you know that?
Well, the first big freeze of the season, the one that froze the river, occurred that night. Now, she had to go home from that party wearing the dress, which means she wouldn't have had the opportunity to dispose of the incriminating evidence until the next day.
Yeah, which means she couldn't have thrown it in the river.
Exactly.
So how do you think she disposed of the evidence? Do you think maybe she burned it?
Not likely. The metal on that plaque would be too hard to destroy.
No, Ginny would have found a better way to get rid of it.
But what?
Let's put ourselves in her place. All right. She just killed a man. She's alone in the house.
She's desperate to find a way to get rid of those objects that would obviously point her out as being involved in the murder.
It's bitterly cold outside.
She knows she hasn't got very much time.
She's stuck with a blood-spattered dress.
And a purse with a bullet hole in it.
And a plaque inside. What does she do?
Well, how about the obvious?
Which is?
She gets somebody else to get rid of it for her.
I don't follow you.
Well, maybe she threw it away into the trash and took the bag outside and waited for the garbage truck to haul it away.
You know, you might have something there.
Yeah, and if you do have something there, we may be in luck.
Why?
Well, this year, all of the garbage in the city is going into a landfill, which means as if she threw it away, it'd be frozen, and it would still be where she dumped it.
Wherever that is.
Yes, but how in the world could we possibly find out exactly where that particular batch of garbage was?
We call up the city. Somebody there should be able to tell us. We're going to find that evidence, even if we have to go through every square yard of garbage on Port Charles.
Hi there, Mr. Collier.
Supervisor Collier.
Oh, sorry, Supervisor. What do you supervise?
This dump, what do you think? It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. Pull up a couch, plop.
You live here?
Sure do. That way I don't have to take my work home with me.
What exactly do you do?
Well, I'm a sanitation engineer. I'm in charge of distributing the garbage, routing the trucks, fighting off the rats. What do you think? It's easy keeping track of all this junk? I'm considering getting one of them home computers. Keep hoping somebody will throw one away.
Yeah, well, I'm Captain Ramsey, Port Charles Police Department. This is Commissioner Scorpio and his wife.
Police, huh? Yeah, I figured. What can I do for you? I always like lending a helping hand to the long arm of the law. Looking for a body?
Nothing quite that dramatic.
Found one last week.
What?
Rat, size of a poodle. Couldn't believe it.
Oh, actually, we're looking for some evidence.
I got plenty of that, too.
Is it possible to pinpoint the exact location of garbage taken from a particular house?
Anything's possible. You got an address?
Weber Residence, 1020 North Yale.
1 second, let me consult my files.
Oh, gee.
First, we'll just look in the old logbook.
Sure.
Yes, sir, you came to the right place.
I knew it all along.
I can pinpoint the Weber garbage to the exact acre.
Right, but we've still got to work our way through a mountain of garbage, right?
No, it's a lot faster than you think.
I hope so.
Yeah, we got technology on our side.
We do?
Sure, high tech. Hey, this is 1985, all the latest scientific methods.
Good.
You want to find the level the stuff is at, you just dig down in the trash till you find a newspaper with the same date as the day the evidence you're looking for was done.
Yeah.
Got a date?
Yes.
Well, we're at business.
I've got some men with their buckets and spades. They're waiting outside.
Came prepared, huh? Okay, Sherlock, let's get ourselves some evidence, huh?
Okay, Supervisor. Here we go.
Junk all came from the pile you indicated, Commissioner. I took anything and everything that might be connected with what you're looking for.
Good. I hope you don't mind us turning this little land here into another junk pile.
Doesn't bother me. You saw my living room.
Good. Listen, do you have that photograph of Ginny taking a party?
Yeah.
All right, let's spread out and see if we can find anything. Could this be a piece of her dress?
No. No, definitely not.
Doesn't look like it. All right.
I don't think there's anything here.
No, I don't think so either. All right, take it away.
There's plenty more where this came from.
Good. Listen, is Ramsey still outside?
Yes, sir. You want to see him?
No, just tell him to keep an eye open for that plaque. It's wood base with a metal front on it.
Was there writing on the metal?
Yeah, an inscription. It was given to her the night of the party.
I got something inside you might be interested in. Come on in.
Keep looking around here, guys, all right?
Okay, Commissioner.
Look anything like this?
That's it?
Yeah, well, notice the little bubble on it.
Yeah.
Nice touch, huh?
There's only one thing that could make an indentation like that. A bullet. It's still in it.
What?
We found the third bullet from Brock's gun.
No!
Why don't you tell me you're looking for a plaque? If this is part of the stuff you're looking for, I can lead you to the rest of it.
Lead the way. Good.
All right.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
What's it?
It's got a bullet hole in the bag.
This could turn into a gold mine.
Yeah, I had to bring in a fresh crew to go through the rest of that garbage out there. The other boys were freezing. I sent them back to the station.
Do these look like the gloves? I mean,
Exactly.
there's blood on them, too.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this?
That's the dress.
Hey, check the photo.
Look at the stain.
Oh, is it red wine or is it blood?
Well, let's leave it to the lab.
I told you I could find the evidence. I once located a wedding ring. Woman threw it away, had a fight with her husband. They made up. She wanted to get the ring back. She came to me. Took me 2 weeks, but I found it.
Yeah.
Saved their marriage.
You may have just saved us from prosecuting the wrong woman. All right, bundle all this stuff up, send it to the lab, and that bullet is to go to the ballistics.
Right, and you want all the answers very quickly.
If not sooner. Check on the labels, too. Be absolutely sure that Ginny purchased those items.
Looks like we've got it now, doesn't it, Robert? I'm so happy for Bobby.
Let's not go congratulating ourselves just yet. We've got a long way to go before we get enough evidence to actually convict this Blake woman. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You are. I thought you'd be home. Ooh, ages ago.
Yeah, well, I had to call into the office. do some paperwork regarding the little garbage dump expedition today. I tell you, I'm looking forward to a shower. I stink something terrible.
I had a nice long hot bath.
Well, you should have waited. I could have joined you.
Could always have another one.
I'm too tired to be tempted. Here's your pin. Ginny returned it yesterday. I think I mentioned it to you last night.
Thank you.
I've had the clasp fixed so that you won't be able to lose it again.
Thank you. You know, though, I've been thinking, what if Ginny lied and she didn't actually find it in the street outside her house?
What are you suggesting?
Well, what if she found it in her house? That would mean that she would know we suspect her.
Well, if that were the case, why would she return it? I mean, she wouldn't want us to know that we're onto her, would she?
No, I suppose not. Most people would have just stashed this pin somewhere.
On the other hand, we're not dealing with most people here. This is a cool one. You know, maybe this is her way of telling us that she's not the least bit concerned at what we're up to.
Yes, if she's trying to appear that she's not guilty, then she wouldn't want to seem worried about us, would she?
Of course, she doesn't know about the evidence that we dug up today.
Do you think you'll be able to extract a confession from such a tough customer?
Pretty tough myself.
Yeah, but she's really smart. She's streetwise.
She can be had. I have a plan that'll work nicely.
What plan?
Yeah, wouldn't you like?
What plan?
Saved by the phone.
What plan?
Yeah. Yeah? Well, no, nothing's wrong, mate. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, thank you for the update. Right.
Trouble?
That was Jake. Bobby had a session with Gail today, and it wasn't terribly productive.
Well, that's unfortunate, but it's nothing to be alarmed about, is it?
No, but the fact that Ginny is meeting Bobby at the Floating Rib could be.
Oh, you don't think Ginny would try something? Not in a public place.
I better run.
Hi, Commissioner.
Looking for Bobby. Jake said I could find her here.
You would have found her if you'd just been a couple of minutes earlier, but you know.
Is she all right?
As far as I know, should she be?
Well, I guess I'll find her at home then. Just got a couple of requests for you. I'm trying to clear up a few things regarding the Brock murder.
Oh, yeah, I should have guessed that's why you'd be here at the studio.
Well, it's not exactly the scene of the crime, but it did figure rather prominently in his movements on that night.
Yeah, you're right about that. In fact, the whole Brock family was here. Everybody saw them.
And heard them, I should add.
Yeah, well, how can I help you?
Well, I'm trying to pinpoint the names of people who were in and around the studio at around the time of the ruckus. Anyone who might have overheard something, maybe a passing remark made by Brock either before or during his departure.
That was a big crowd, Commissioner.
You got that invitation list handy?
Well, I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Probably Derek Barrington's secretary would have it, I guess.
Suppose you could track it down for me?
Yeah, sure.
Before you go, here's a phone number. It's number of my assistant, Bert Ramsey. He's expecting a call from you.
From me?
Yeah, well, I said I'd be looking for someone in higher management to help us. That's you. He's got some detailed questions for you. I guess in the meantime, you can look for that list and convey it over to headquarters for me.
Okay, well, I'll start looking for the list, and afterwards I'll lock myself in my office and make that phone call.
Anything that you can remember will be a big help.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bert? All right, now sit tight. You're about to get a call from the station manager. Keep him busy for half an hour at least. Yeah. Right, bye. So where are you going?
Jim, I changed my mind.
What?
I can do this later.
Ginny.
Please, Jim, it's fine. I'll do it at home.
Look, you just got through saying...
I know, but believe me, I gave it a quick once-over. It's okay. It's really okay. I don't think we have to call research.
Now, come on. When do we start taking those kind of
I'm not
chances?
taking big chances. This is my responsibility. I can handle it. Would you please not worry about it?
Ginny, I don't understand you. I do not understand.
Miss Blake! Oh, Miss Blake, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm on my way out the door.
Oh, listen, I won't take long. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Susan.
Hi, Susan. It's nice to meet you.
I substituted for you today
Thank
on the
you
news.
very much.
I hope
I'm sure you were very good.
Well, how could I be? I mean, you're a hard act to follow. I know it'll take me months, maybe even years to achieve an on-camera presence, but that's what I wanted to talk to you about if you have a minute.
I really don't have a minute.
Well, maybe I can make a date with you. I could take you out to lunch or something. I'll drop a list of questions that I've just been dying to ask you.
Fine.
Well, listen, let me just see here. I happen to have my little black book handy.
Susan, would you
all
please
next week
call
it's
my
clear.
secretary? I think you should call my secretary.
Well, just so you know that any day next week is good. Is next week good for you?
It could be, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm really glad I ran into you, and I'm glad you're feeling better, because I suppose you'll be back on the air tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, I better check out with the station manager. Nice seeing you, and by any chance, do you know where he is?
No, I don't.
Which plaque is that?
It's a new one.
Is that because the one you had duplicated isn't working yet?
Yeah. Ginny's toughing it out with that one, so I had this one made with Frisco's name on it. Now, she's going to have to contend with that.
And do you think this will be the clincher? It'll really psych her out?
I hope so, but if not, I'm prepared.
With what?
Some surefire tricks guaranteed to push her right over the edge.
Ginny! Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
What's the matter?
Robert, you know I wouldn't dream of interfering in how you conduct your investigation.
Perish the thought, but go on.
Well, all the pressure that you're putting on Ginny, I mean, it could backfire, couldn't it?
How?
Well, she could start to feel the heat so much that she could take off.
I've anticipated that.
I thought you probably would have. How have you anticipated it?
Well, the house is under 24-hour surveillance. The minute she sticks her face out the front door, there's going to be a plain clothes behind her.
If you set that up, you must be pretty sure she's going to fall.
I'm sure.
Well, then why wait? I mean, all the evidence that we found in the garbage heap, the blood-stained dress, the purse with a bullet hole in it, the gloves, the plaque with a bullet in it. I mean, you can arrest her with that, can't you?
It's all solid evidence, and in time it'll have weight. But at the moment, my case needs 2 more elements.
A witness?
That'd help. Somebody who eyeballed her committing the crime, but far greater value would be a confession from the lady herself.
That's really what you're hoping for, isn't it?
It'll come. In the meantime, I'm prepared to wait.
I just wish we could tell Bobby, because this waiting is really rough on her.
I'd like to get her off the hook, too, but for the moment, she's going to have to hang there.
Bobby!
Holly, hi. I know I should have called first.
Oh, no, nonsense. It's really nice to see you. How are you holding up?
Oh, I have my ups and my downs. Mostly downs.
Oh, Bobby.
I've been having sessions with Gail, though, and they are helping. I mean, I have my moments when I don't feel like I'm waiting for the axe to fall.
You know, you mustn't give up hope.
Holly, I've got to level with you about why I came over here.
Well, I don't care what the reason is. It's jolly nice to see you.
I'm here to ask you if there's any hope for me. Robert says that he has new leads.
Well, doesn't that reassure you?
But I don't know what they are. I don't even know if they really exist.
Oh, they do exist. Believe me.
Then I'm going to put you on the spot. Please, can you give me something specific?
I wish I could. I know what you're going through. Believe me, if there was anything I could do to make you feel better, I would. If I could just make you believe that you shouldn't give up hope.
Well, why won't you?
Oh, it's not a question of I won't. I can't, Bobby.
But surely Robert discusses these things with you.
Well, yes, he does. But they're in confidence. I couldn't betray that confidence, not even to you.
Oh, new leads, new leads. What am I even thinking? Why should I think they're going to make any difference in the long run anyway?
Well, why shouldn't you?
Because I have to face the fact that they may come to nothing. Holly, if Robert doesn't come up with something soon, I have decided that I am going to plead guilty because I have to get this over with.
Bobby, you mustn't do that.
It may be a good idea. I might get a lesser sentence. I might not get sentenced at all.
What if I told you that something big was going to happen? Something that would really help you soon, maybe even tomorrow. Today.
Today?
Possibly.
But soon, at least?
I can't tell you any more than that.
Well, Holly, I wish it will happen the way you say it will.
Oh, I wish I could tell you more.
Robert trusts Jake. Do you think he might confide in Jake about this?
He might.
Jake has been wonderful. I'm beginning to depend on him more and more.
Gentlemen?
Good morning.
Another official visit? Afraid so. We still have some investigative work to do, but we'll endeavor not to disrupt you.
It's no problem. I can't imagine what more you could want here at the studio, but go right ahead.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Let me know if I can help.
Will do.
Sure.
All right, look, why don't we check our measurements from here to the exits, then we'll go back over our original measurements.
Will I start over here?
Check that one first, yeah. How'd it go?
Yeah. Well, that's 20 seconds to that exit.
Good.
Let me try next.
No, let's have a coffee.
Oh, okay.
Trying to impress the boss, are you?
What do you say?
I know you take your work seriously, but why are you back here so soon?
Oh, I just want to work on some tapes, Derek, and go over some notes I made for myself at home for the interview this afternoon.
Hey, need any help? During the interview, you just keep in mind, these top government boys are old hands at dealing with the press. and the media. You understand? I mean, if you try to trick them, you get a no comment every time.
Yeah.
Listen, I want that one absolutely to the millisecond.
Okay, I'm sure you do. And remember, it's a local angle that our viewers are interested in. Are you listening to me? Now, when you get to the federal budget allocations, you try to pinpoint him to what's earmarked for Port Charles.
Yeah,
okay?
Derek, I've made some notes on this.
Good. Do you mind if I look at them?
Not at all.
Yeah. I hope we're not disturbing you.
What? Oh, no.
Ginny?
I'm sorry, what?
I just said that I hope our being here isn't disrupting you.
No, of course not. Not at all.
Good.
Well, these look fine. Listen, if you need me, I'll be in my office.
rough day.
I'm sorry?
The work, it looks pretty hard.
Oh, I can, I can handle it.
I'm sure you can. Oh, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how the show on Brock's murder was coming along.
No problems, Commissioner. Why do you ask?
Oh, just interested, naturally. I guess you do have one small problem.
And what might that problem be, Commissioner?
The ending.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how it's going to end.
No, you don't, do you?
I'll be with you in 1 second. Yes, what can I do for you?
You're the proprietor.
That's right, but if you're a supply salesman, I got everything I need.
Robert Scorpio, Police Commissioner of Port Charles.
Of course, I thought I'd seen you before. Must have been your picture in the paper or on TV.
That's possible.
Irv Hansen, Mr. Scorpio. This is an honor.
Thank you.
Well, how can it be of service? Dry cleaning? You missed the weekend special, but for the police commissioner, I'll extend it.
Actually, Mr. Hansen, I have a favor to ask of you.
A pleasure.
I'm understanding of the fact that you do the dry cleaning for the Weber household.
Absolutely correct. Fine man, Dr. Weber.
Yes, he is. Before we get into this, I'd like to point out that this is official police business, and what I'm about to tell you must be held in strictest confidence.
Police work involving Dr. Weber?
You are familiar with the term strict confidentiality?
Oh, my lips are sealed.
Good. Notice you have two phones here. Are they connected on the same line?
That's right.
That might come in handy.
My telephones?
My wife will be in to see you a bit later on. Now, she will identify herself to you.
It'll be my pleasure to meet her.
And she'll have a detailed description of address for you. Is that clear?
Address. I got it.
Right. I will then be in a bit later on, and I want you to make a phone call on this phone.
Whatever you say, Commissioner. Who do I call up?
My wife will give you all the details, Mr. Hansen. Now, just remember two things. One, she will be in here. And two, this is police business, and you mustn't discuss it with anyone.
Can I discuss it with you?
Pardon?
Well, just a question, Commissioner. What's all this got to do with the fact that I do Dr. Weber's family cleaning?
My wife will give you all the details, Mr. Hansen, but remember, not a word to anyone.
My name's Holly Scorpio. My husband said you'd be expecting me.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Scorpio. Hansen's my name, but all my customers call me Irv.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Irv. Now, you've already been told about the dress.
Well, up to a point.
It's very important that you know everything about this dress, even though it won't be here. It's size 6. It's made of pale gray silk, and it has beaded shoulders. Have you got that?
Yeah, that much I can remember, but I'm still confused.
Well, if you need to know anything, just ask.
Thank you. Your husband, the commissioner, when he was here earlier, he mentioned making a phone call.
Yes, I'll explain that to you in a moment.
He also said this is official police business.
That's true.
And I'm to say nothing about it to anyone.
That's also true. You haven't confided in anyone, have you?
Oh, no. I promise not to, and Irv's promise is as good as gold.
Well, that's good to hear.
I got just one question, though.
Go ahead.
Now, this is a case your husband's working on, am I right?
Yes, it's a very important case.
So tell me, which one?
Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything said?
Yes, Mr. Hansen, I've gone over it.
Please, Mrs. Scorpio, my name is Irv.
Does he know what to say on the phone?
We went over it 3 times.
Any questions?
Who's got time for questions? I just do what I'm told.
Good. I've checked the house and the hospital. Rick is still in surgery.
And Ginny?
Ginny's at home alone.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Nothing.
Weber residence?
Mrs. Weber?
Yes, what is it?
Irv calling. Irv, the dry cleaner, from Hanson's Dry Cleaning?
Yes, Mr. Hanson, what is it?
I got a problem with your dress, Mrs. Weber. I thought I'd better explain it to you before I work on it.
What dress are you talking about, Mr. Hanson? I'm afraid I don't know.
It's pale gray one, size 6 on the label. It's silk with beaded shoulders, remember? The problem is, Mrs. Weber, I can't remove the blood stains without ruining the material.
It's obvious that Ginny knows she's finished. Why else would she slam down the phone when the dry cleaner mentioned getting the blood out of her dress?
You don't have to convince me, love.
She must know that you're onto her.
I'd bet on it.
Well, then why is she holding out? Why didn't she just give herself up?
Because she's one tough cookie, that's why.
You don't especially like her, do you?
Not after what she did to Bobby, no.
Do you think you'll be able to get her to confess?
A little more pressure's all it takes.
Same tactics?
Absolutely. When it comes to gaslighting, Ginny Blake isn't the only one that can play that trick.
It's not that big a deal.
It's a big deal to me. Who should I call? Right straight to the top, I guess.
Who are you calling?
Well, it's Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Robert, it's Rick Weber.
Yes, Rick, what can I do for you?
I know this is going to sound very trite to you next to all the other things you have, but there is a guy. He has been across the street from my house all day, just hanging around. Can you send somebody out and have him check him out?
Well, that is one of my men.
What?
Well, there's been a rash of burglaries in your area, so I've got several men staked out on surveillance around there.
Oh, well, look, I am more sorry than ever that I bothered you. Very sorry.
No problem.
It's one of Robert's men. Seems there's some burglaries in the area, and he has a stakeout. Nice to know that our police are doing their job, isn't it?
Ginny must know she's under surveillance now.
I hope so.
The pressure on her must be incredible.
It's amazing she still hasn't cracked.
Oh, hi, Holly.
Hi.
Robert, I just got a report from surveillance that Rick Weber returned to his house about 10 minutes ago.
I know, he just called me.
What?
Seems he spotted our man, thought the guy looked suspicious, so he called me up.
Oh, great. What did you tell him?
Well, I got creative and said that there'd been a rash of burglaries in the area and that we'd posted a couple of men.
Thanks. I could have told those guys to be less conspicuous from now on.
Doesn't matter anymore. What do you got?
Everything you asked for, the plaque from the news set, and I had a duplicate made of Ginny Blake's evening bag.
What's all this about?
For Ginny.
Something to help the cause?
The campaign to help Ginny Blake see the light and ultimately confess. I'm going to take these fakes by the Weber house and see how she reacts. Yeah. Thank you. Surveillance. Rick has just left the house.
You going over there?
Yeah. Well, she's going to be alone. She's going to be a little bit shaky, hopefully vulnerable. This might be just the kick necessary to push her right over the edge.
Why didn't Robert tell me?
I don't understand.
Where is he, Holly? I want to see him.
He had to go out for a while.
Bobby, relax.
What's the matter with her?
Holly, if Robert is investigating Terry, and he is trying to pin Brock's murder on her, I want him to know right now that I won't have it.
Terry?
That girl has been through enough without being suspected of murdering her own father.
Bobby, we don't know that's who they suspect.
Well, then who else, Jake? Holly, why wouldn't you tell me yesterday?
I couldn't.
Why?
It's really not.
Why? Were you afraid I'd crack if you told me it was Terry? Well, I assure you, this is not helping my mental well-being.
Now, calm down, please. Just wait till Robert gets back.
No, I'm not waiting.
Where are you going now?
I'm going to see the DA.
No. It's not Terry. It's not Terry, I swear.
Who is it?
It's Robert Scorpio. Ginny? have something of yours.
Mine? What are you talking about?
It's kind of cold out here. Can I come in? I believe this is yours. And this. It was given to me in my office. Must have been picked up when a local fence was raided. You have something you wish to discuss with me?
Jenny, I'm home. Car's in the garage. I think we should both stay in the rest of the day.
Fine. I have nothing to discuss with you, Commissioner. Just thank you for returning my property.
Oh, why? Robert, what are you doing here?
Robert came to bring a handbag that I'd lost.
Didn't know you had lost one. It's very nice of you, Robert. Look, can I get you something to drink? It's cold out there.
No, thanks, Rick. I gotta go. We'll be talking soon.
Robert? Very nice of Robert. Jenny. Jenny.
I killed him. I killed Brock.
Hey, you're still here. Am I disturbing you?
Mm-mm.
It's been a long day. If I had a wife as beautiful as yours, I would have been out of here hours ago.
I'm expecting a call.
Jenny Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Our last report from surveillance said that Rick Weber's been in that house with Jenny for quite a while now.
Has he?
Do you think that's good or bad?
Depends on her.
Do you think she'll tell him?
Let's just say that the moment of truth is very close for Jenny Blake.
All you can do now is tell the truth, Holly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to me.
What are you doing?
Call Robert Scorpio.
Please, Rick, not now.
When?
One night. One last night. In my home. Just give me one night.
Scorpio.
Robert, it's, Rick Weber.
Yes, Rick?
Jenny and I would like to come in and see you.
Yes.
We have something we have to tell you.
I know.
Would you mind if we came in tomorrow, then?
Why delay?
Robert, it would be a big favor to me. The time would be very important, please.
All right. I'll be waiting. You come in tomorrow. The earlier, the better.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you. And Rick didn't allude to anything else?
Not at all.
How did he sound?
Like he knew.
Now what?
She comes in tomorrow and confesses to murder.
Are you certain?
I've been at this place in cases before. I know when the hunt's over.
You sound so cold-hearted when you talk like that.
What am I meant to do? Break down in tears?
Well, it's just a bit of a shock to me for me to hear you sounding so hard, you know. You're not usually like that with me.
I don't need to be with you. You bring out a better side of me.
You know, that other side of you isn't so bad. In its place. Sometimes I find it quite sexy.
Oh, do you?
Yes. in its place.
Which is?
Though most of the time, I prefer you as you usually are.
And, how's that?
Sensitive, loving, considerate.
That doesn't sound terribly sexy.
Wait, you haven't let me finish. Sexy, sensuous, masculine, very virile.
Go on, yes.
No, this is where you're supposed to take over.
In that case, I'll take over.